We've had a strong magnitude 5.2 earthquake striking Norway in line with Scotland's fault line, the crack that we see on the map. This is the Great GLEN fault. Let's take a look at that, how that extended into offshore Norway. Let's take a look at the map. This is it on Sizewell Berkeley. This is an area where we've had a lot of 5 magnitude earthquakes on the mid-Atlantic. This is 5.5, today's quakes, Sandwich Islands. All this activity is just this past week. The mid-Atlantic ridge earthquakes. 10 kilometers, it's about 6 miles down. This is Iceland. As we know, there's a magma plume right there, mantle plume. It's a volcanic island. But this is our earthquake of 5.2. And this is Scotland, this is Ireland. Let's go in a little bit and we can see what's happening there. Just off Norway, off the Shetland Islands, Faroe Islands, Iceland. This is the way that the ancient Europeans went island hopping, basically. And we can see it's not that far, basically with a strong wind and even the trade winds and the Gulf Stream, they were able to go island hopping quite nicely. And from the Greenland all the way, of course, to Labrador to Newfoundland. Okay, Labrador, Newfoundland. But anyway, going back to this. This is the fault line that we're talking about, that crack that goes into Ireland as well. And we'll take a look at that. Look at that beautiful crack. You can even see it on the map. Orkney Islands, Shetland Islands, that's exactly where it is. And this is our area right here. And it extends into Ireland this way, as we can see here. The Great GLEN fault line. This is it right here, extending into Northern Ireland. The map of the Great GLEN fault and other late Caledonian strike slip faults in Scotland, northwestern Ireland. It's a long strike slip fault running through namesake Great GLEN in Scotland. The fault is mostly inactive today, but occasionally moderate tremors recorded over the past 150 years. Well, I wouldn't say it's inactive because look at this. Okay, that's 5.2. The population is not that, it's stronger in Scotland, as we can see. I've been to Turnberry, which is just across Ireland, which is around there. That's a golf hotel, which Trump owns now, but it's a beautiful location. And Scotland, I love Scotland. Anyway, I must have been Scottish in my past life. Anyway, this is the fault line, as you can see, extending through this area and into this area. These must be undersea volcanoes. You can see there these rising areas. We know that we have had a super volcanic eruption in Scotland a long time ago. That's why we have these highlands there. Going back to the topographic. Okay, highlands of Scotland, as you can see, the Outer Hebrides Islands and the North Sea, where we have a lot of oil. Wherever you have coastlines and volcanoes, of course, you have a lot of oil. I would venture to say we have a lot of offshore oil on the west coast of the United States, but nobody's tapping into it. And this is our 5.2 magnitude earthquake. We know that these islands are volcanic, and this is all the Mid-Atlantic Trench, which is, of course, splitting and stretching because of the magma that's under there. The Azores Island and La Palmas, we know that it has a mantle plume. It had a super eruption a very long time ago. The La Palmas area. So this is what's happening there. Very strange, but that's the exact fault line as we follow up. Okay, it's not there, but it's on this map here. If you extend it, it goes all the way up to Norway, as we can see before, as we've seen before. That's it right there. The Great GLEN fault. Okay, that's the Great GLEN fault extending up into what we saw into Norway, that area right there. So all of you in the UK, please be very careful. We do have Bath and Leamington Spa. We have baths there from ancient times. The ancient Romans did build them up to have their hot spring baths, and they're hot spring baths because of the fact that there's magma underneath. Okay, so all of you in the UK, please be very careful and alert. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.